Jags-Chiefs, this is a good game. I like this one a lot. Chiefs at home, favored by 3 over the Jags, over under 49. Leonard Fournette out for the Jaguars. We don't know when he's going to. That guy can't stay on the field. This is an issue. By the way, the over-under in this one started at 51.5. Now it's 49. That's the Jags effect. And that's I think that's the effect of Monday night showing that Mahomes wasn't necessarily going to light up everybody.
Right.
So Sammy Watkins back at practice. He had a hamstring injury, but it sounds like he's looking okay. I just hate giving points to the Jaguars. I think I love them. And I know they're not going to win every week. And right now they're in a road spot against a good team without their lead running back. But I hate giving them points. I think they're one of the best 4 or 5 teams in the league. And I'm still not convinced. I don't want to say I'm not convinced that the Chiefs are, because the Chiefs are good. Their defense still is terrible.
Yeah.
I like the Jags here.
I do too. This was my fun game of the week in the pick watch column. The league's best offense in Kansas City versus the league's best defense in Jacksonville. And on the other side of the ball, Kansas City's defense, like you talked about, is terrible, and Jacksonville's offense is missing their best piece in Fournette. So there's a lot of storylines here to look at and to kind of be excited about. And I think a lot of, I'd say every week that so much of what I pick and how I pick, kind of revolves around the quarterbacks because they're such a huge
right
in the game. But Blake Bortles has been pretty good this year, and obviously I think if you're going Bortles versus Mahomes in a shootout, that's not you wouldn't be picking the Jacksonville necessarily in that case. But I think Kansas. I don't think Kansas City was exposed last week because I think they're a really good offense, but Jacksonville can take some pointers from how Jacksonville can take some pointers. Like look at the film and see how that defense performed against Kansas City, and and Jacksonville's defense is really good, and I think it's going to be a tough one for Mahomes.
All right.
I don't know. Going on the road to Kansas City historically is one of the tougher places to play in the league.
Right.
But the way Jacksonville has their swagger or what they've been like the last 2 years is I like them, man. I think they're a good team, and I'm not sure it matters a whole lot whether they're playing on the road or playing at home.
Okay. So we're both going Jags here. Right now we've got experts 74% Jags, fans 62% Chiefs. So the experts do not believe in the Chiefs completely. And
it's still I think people are waiting for Mahomes to fall back to earth a little bit. He did a little bit last week, although the comeback he made in the fourth quarter against the Broncos was really impressive. So I think there's maybe some of that. Like, this guy can't be this good all season long. He's only a second-year guy. He's only played how many games has he played?
He's played 5 games now.
He played a little bit last year, right?
Played 1 game. He had 1 start.
Yeah. So I think we're still waiting a little bit to see if he comes back to earth, and maybe the fans feel kind of have a different way of looking at it. Because sports writers are jaded by they're jaded, and fans are jaded too probably. But
yeah, but fans are more likely to believe in something, and people who do what we do more like, I want to see it. I want proof. Yeah. We're cynical.
But it'll be a fun game. It's going to be a really interesting game to see how that. I wish this was kind of a Sunday night or a Monday night game, just as kind of its own kind of impact.
I agree. By the way, I looked at the Facebook live comments. Sean said he's going to check my Browns picking and see if I picked the Browns more than anybody else. I can't wait to see this.
I like to see how they actually are against the spread.
Yeah, I would like to see that too.